Hello and welcome. David Baker with the Wisdom for Life podcast. It is Monday morning, January 31st, and going to give you some wisdom for children today. So let me jump right in. As you know, Monday we do a topic of the week, and the topic this week is what Solomon taught his son about wrath. What Solomon taught his son about wrath. Webster says wrath is violent anger. Okay, violent anger. It is amazing how many people I deal with anger. Again, you know, I'm the chaplain at the jail, and anger issues, wrath issues. It is amazing how many people have problems with that and how many times it gets them in trouble. And they get a domestic abuse, or they get a assault charge, or many times it can escalate to murder, all because of wrath, of violent anger that they were not able to control. Okay? So they did not. Really, really big. And this starts as children, helping them to understand. We were constant on this. We had a small house, 1,500 square feet with 11 children. People said, I bet it was a madhouse. No, it was not. We couldn't allow it to be. Too small a space. Anything was going on, we knew it and took care of it. You cannot allow that. So here's what Solomon taught his son. Number one, don't let someone know when you're mad. Proverbs 12:16. A fool's wrath is presently known, but a prudent man covereth shame. You get upset, nobody has to know it. Okay? Nobody has to know it. A fool's wrath is presently known. Everybody knows when a fool's upset. Okay? Next, very simply, Proverbs 14:29. He that is slow to wrath is of great understanding, but he that is hasty of spirit exalteth folly. Boy, how many people are that way? They're quick to wrath. They're hasty in spirit. They exalt folly. They exalt worthlessness. That creates all kinds of problems. So be slow to anger. Someone has a short fuse of temper. You need to help your child with that very soon. It is not something that they just have this. Okay, and guess what? It's my job to make sure they don't have that. Okay, that's foolish, and foolishness is bound in the heart of the child. A rod of correction will drive it far from them. If you do not fix that angry temper, if you do not fix that wrath, the problems that they're going to have for the rest of their life in everything. They got fired, they lost a job, they got mad, they got upset, they got divorced, they lost their kids. All those kind of problems if someone does not get control of their wrath. Next, a boss's wrath is aimed at someone that doesn't do well. Proverbs 14:35. The king, that's any authority, the king's favor is toward a wise servant, but his wrath is against him that causeth shame. And so you teach your children when you go to work, listen, boss is in charge. Whatever he says, you do it. You jump. And in the middle of jumping, say, how high? You go, you work, you do what you're supposed to do. You do not want your boss upset with you. You do not want his wrath aimed at you. The king's favor is toward a wise servant. Today, workplaces are not taught that way. If you are a hard worker and a good worker, the other people many times will give you a hard time. Hey, slow down. You're making us look bad. And I've had that. I'm not making you look bad. I'm trying to do my job. They're paying me for 8 hours. I'm going to work for 8 hours. And you work. And they'll call you names and bad names that just maybe not bad words, but bad connotation, what they need. Brown, you know, the phrase. So, hey, it doesn't matter. I don't have to answer to them. I answer to my boss. And, you're the teacher's pet. You're the boss's pet. Say whatever you want to, okay? I work hard. I'm supposed to. That's what I do. Teach your child that. Next, a soft answer will turn away wrath from someone, but some people like grievous words to stir things up. Proverbs 15:1, a soft answer turneth away wrath. Teach your children when someone's upset, teach them how to answer softly. Is that what usually happens? No. Someone's loud, we get louder. They get louder, we get louder. No. A soft answer turneth away wrath. It is really hard to yell at somebody when they're whispering at you. It's really hard. Now, I've been able to do it, but just kidding. It's hard to do that. There have been people that are upset at me and I'm sorry, but you talk very slow and in a quiet tone. It's hard to yell at them. It's hard for them to yell at you when you're doing that. Okay, teach them that. Teach them how to do that. But grievous words stir up anger. We know what buttons to push. We know what to say to get them ticked off, upset, and mad. That's not what you want. Teach your children that. By the way, brothers and sisters, that's the best time to learn all these people skill relationships, and parents don't do that. I'm amazed how many times kids fight and scream, and the parents just allow them to do that and think that's okay. That's not okay. It is not okay. You are teaching them how to handle things the rest of their life, at their workplace, at school, in their marriage. You're teaching them that. You're allowing them. No, we don't do that. Teach them how to turn this away instead of stirring it up. Grievous words stir up anger. All right, next, we should try to pacify wrath. Proverbs 16:14. The wrath of a king is as messengers of death, but a wise man will pacify it. Proverbs 29:8. Scornful men bring a city into a snare, but wise men turn away wrath. Okay? Help your children to be the peacemaker. Help your children to be the one who can pacify wrath with the boss, okay? Who can calm mom down or calm someone down. Help them to be that peacemaker. The wise man will turn away wrath. A wise person knows how to diffuse it, how to fix it, how to use words for that. Blessed are the peacemakers, okay? That's what you want to teach your children so they can know how to do that. Now, I have been preaching over 30 years. I've been in all kinds of meetings and teaching and lessons. I've never heard anyone teach that we should teach that to our children. But it's big. It's in the Bible. And Solomon taught it to his son. And we should teach it to ours. Okay? All right, next. People that get mad easily will suffer, and they don't learn. Proverbs 19:19. A man of great wrath shall suffer punishment. For if thou deliver him, yet thou must do it again. You teach your child. Show them that verse. Son, you cannot be of great wrath because you're going to suffer punishment and you're going to go right back into it and do it again. They're not going to learn. Okay? You can't be that way. Show them. Teach them from a young child. It's amazing. In our society, Spock and others teach, oh, well, if they're having a temper tantrum, just let it get it out of their system. They'll grow out of it. Yeah, that 2-year-old will grow out of it. And wait till that 15-year-old girl does that. See what her temper tantrum looks like. See what kind of problems that causes. Growing is bigger, not smaller. If they grow out of that, they're going to grow into something worse. Okay? You've heard me say this often, and it's so true. Bad behavior must be stopped. Bad behavior must be fixed. It has to be. Or you're going to create something that you are not going to like. Okay? Bad behavior has to be stopped, and it has to be fixed. Big, big, big deal. And so teach them, help them to see that. Husband and wife get together. Look, we have a child, and they have a very bad temper problem. It is our job, okay, to drive it far from them. They have to see that. And make sure we do it calmly. Again, if you've heard me teach on how to lovingly biblically discipline your child, it's calm. It's quiet. It's peaceable. Many times the kids get that anger from watching their parents and the way they handle things. Uh-oh. There it is. I said it. How many times have you, I know I have, looked at what my kids are doing and go, okay, I know where they got that. Monkey see, monkey do. They're copying me. I have to be a better example. And they copy things that's funny. With our kids, when we want to make sure they understand something, we always have to get their attention. Encourage you to do this. One of the first lessons is to listen to mom and dad. And so we would tell our kids all the time, all right, look at me, look in my eyes. I don't want you playing, looking around. Oh, I didn't hear you. Look in my eyes. Make sure you see me. So one day the kid's mom, my wife, is cleaning, doing something in the kitchen, and Derek's in the high chair. And he didn't think mom was paying as good an attention to him. He goes, Mommy, look in my eyes. And she didn't discipline him, but she said, son, you're not allowed to say that, okay? But he picked it up from us. Hey, mom's not paying me attention. Mommy, look in my eyes. So anyway, teach them, help them to not be a person of great wrath, or they'll suffer punishment. And when you deliver them, they'll suffer it again because they're not going to learn. And day 7, a gift in secret pacifieth anger. Proverbs 21:14, a gift in secret pacifieth anger, and a reward in the bosom strong wrath. So a gift in secret doesn't mean that they're not going to know who it is. It just means you don't make a big deal out of it. And so you saw this thing years ago. It was in a florist shop, big poster banner, and it had a single flower rose in a nice bouquet, had a medium-sized flower bouquet, and then it had a gigantic flower bouquet, and the statement above it says, "Just how mad is she?" Just how mad is she? A gift in secret pacifieth anger. Hey, if your wife's upset and you had flowers delivered with a nice note, boy, it's amazing how far that will go. Gift in secret. She knows where it came from, but you didn't make a big deal. Hey, I'm sending you flowers. This better work. No, a gift in secret. You do something when someone's upset and you do a gift, you do a card, you do a note, you do a gift card. There have been people, honestly, that I've made upset before. You can't fathom that I would do that. We had a vehicle and it was having some problems, and we thought we had it fixed, so we took it on a test drive and drove it down the road, pulled in a subdivision, going to turn around. And when we were pulling in the driveway, it quit. Okay, like it quit like it broke. It quit like like it was on the frame, like the wheel broke, okay? It was like that kind of broken. And it was in their driveway. And so immediately went up and talked to the man and said, hey, here's the situation. Here's what's going on. We can't move it. We're going to scrape the driveway. We've called the tow. Insurance company's coming out. He goes, no problem. That's fine. I understand. We talked for a while. Everything was fine. And until his wife saw the car there. And it didn't move right away. And the insurance tow truck couldn't come very quickly. And it was a while. And she came and she screamed and she yelled and she cussed and she was upset. And I'm trying everything I can do to calm her down and to be happy and to be peaceful with it. And then it didn't work. So it took forever for them to get there. There's nothing we could do. They called the police, and I said, fine, call the police. That's fine. Police got there. I know the police. I work at the sheriff's department. I talked to them. I told them what was going on. Told them the situation. They calmed her down. They said nothing to do. The insurance tow is on the way, and when it gets here, it'll be taken care of. And anyway, but so what did I do? I got a $50 gift card to a nice restaurant in town and looked up their address and looked up what their name was from their address online and sent them a $50 gift card. What'd you hear from it? Nothing. I wasn't expecting anything from it. But I guarantee you they used it. And their thought and attitude of that guy, you know what? He couldn't help it. The car broke down. He sent us a $50 gift card. He didn't have to do that. Do you think if I ever saw them out again, or if they saw me or said anything about me, what would they say now? A gift in secret pacifieth anger, okay? And look to do that. Now, I would encourage you, there's more, I don't have time in this podcast to do that, but there are a lot of times that Solomon taught his son about wrath. Let that be a buzzword. Let that be something that you see and go, ooh, I want to learn that. I want to make sure I teach that to my children. Again, these aren't exhaustive. There are some times where Solomon teaches almost 200 times on one topic. So I'm not going to take time to teach that in a podcast, but hopefully that will clue your mind to, ooh, that's big. Okay? Wrath. Ooh, anger. Wow. If my kid doesn't get that anger fixed, what's it going to turn into? Jail, divorce, abuse, lost job, broke, okay? It is gigantic, and so many people think, oh, that's just natural. He just has a bad temper. He may have a bad temper, but there's a lot that parents can do to make sure that they don't, to make sure they, and we'll talk about this, but I love this verse, how it talks about, he that ruleth his spirit is stronger than he that taketh the city. To rule your own spirit. Okay, you can get upset, but you rule it. You control it. You control when, where, how, why, what, that you handle that. You don't lose it, okay? You control it, and you can use it and direct it the right way. There were sometimes Jesus used anger when he was in the temple and made the scourge and flipped over the tables, and a lot of people use that as an excuse for them to do wrong. It's not, but Jesus didn't lose it, okay? He was in total control, and that's what we need to be able to do and make sure that our children are in control of that they know how to take the breath, they know how to stop and pray for wisdom. Why wisdom? The wisdom of God is first pure, peaceable, gentle, easy to be entreated. And I got a couple of those words mixed around, but all those words are there. The wisdom of God is pure, gentle, peaceable, easy to be entreated, easy to handle it. Yes, I had an anger problem. Yes, I was in the military and had an anger problem. Yes, I went to Bible college and my brother knew every button to push. He used grievous words to stir up anger, and I busted a wall and put my fist through the wall in Bible college. Pastor Bake, yes, I did that. And I realized then I have got to get control of my anger. If I do not, this is not going to be good. How can I pastor and go off on somebody? Or what kind of marriage or family or dad am I going to be? And so I had to fix that. And so I did. I did a Bible study, found out what God said. Wisdom will fix that. If I lack wisdom, all I have to do is ask of God, and he'll give me wisdom. And so I've learned when that temperature gauge is going up, stop, pray for wisdom. When wisdom comes, it's pure, peaceable, gentle, and easy to be entreated, okay? And so, yes, it can be fixed as an adult or as a young person. A lot easier to fix it as a young person. All right. God bless. That is it for today. Hey, go teach your children about wrath. Teach your children the right way and understand how to control it, what they're supposed to do, and how they can help other people when they have wrath, when they're angry. Very important. God bless you, and we'll see you next time.